Okay, so here we are in front of our cave. It's turning out okay, right? I mean, I'm not mad at it. There's a long way to go. We need a lot to make it as good as it can be. I was looking at it and I think, with the water coming here, I think we're going to need something dark down here to make it look like it's really wet and slimy. And then it'll have to go up and have mold and stuff like that going up along it. And I was thinking a good material for that would be blackstone. And I started thinking about harvesting blackstone and what a pain that is. And that sent me down a rabbit hole of lots of things I think we should do. So let's just type this out, right? We need blackstone. That's really good. But to get blackstone, I think the best option, because we just don't want to go searching for it in the nether everywhere, is I think we need a piglin barter hall of some variety. I've seen some with just one piglin in it that work pretty well, so we might try to build one of those. Okay, but piglin bartering only works if you have what we in the industry call lots and lots of gold. You got to be rich. Piglins are very, very fancy creatures and they need gold. So we need lots of gold. And you're thinking, okay, well, it's okay, Tobin. You already have a gold farm over there. And you're right. But that gold farm is not enough. That's enough for like getting golden apples or whatever, powered rails. It is not enough for piglin bartering. So I think what we need to do is build ourselves a real gold farm. And I'm thinking one of those that has layer and layer of magma blocks, and the piglins all go after the turtles and they fall down. Yeah, I think that's what we need. But in order to have a gold farm, we are going to need lots of magma. And that means shulker boxes. So that means I think we have to do an end run. Now, we haven't killed the Ender Dragon yet, but that's okay. Asayo's going to want to help me with that. But I do have that really awesome bridge, and you're going to be very excited to see that bridge. Okay, so we need Blackstone, we need Piglin Bartering Hall, we need lots of gold, we need a gold farm, we need lots of magma blocks, therefore we need shulker boxes. But on top of that, you're thinking, but why do you need that much Blackstone? There's only like one stack is going to do it. Just go grab a stack of Blackstone somewhere. That's true. But the other thing that a Piglin Bartering Hall will get you is gravel. And gravel is good for a lot of things, but in this case, the thing that we care about is concrete. Because after I'm done with this, I've thought of my next project. My next project is that I want to become a movie mogul. I want to own my own studio, at least have my own movie studio lot. If you are a child of the 90s like I am, you probably can think back to Animaniacs and how they lived on a movie studio and how cool it was because every episode they could be like in a different movie if they wanted to be. I think that's fun. I think it's a cool idea. I don't know where to put it. I'm kind of thinking maybe over here. It's going to be big and it's going to have roads. It's going to have buildings. It's going to have sound stages. It's going to have, the water tower, of course, from the Animaniacs. It's going to have a lot of things. And one of the main reasons I want that, besides I think it'd be a cool build, is because of this. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tobin here. Woo! Like and subscribe. Look, this is cool in front of this stone wall and everything. I mean, this is golden content. I mean, this content is so gold, I wish I could just convert it and use it in the Piglin Bartering Hall. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. This game requires in-game gold, not just amazing universal gold. So even though this is awesome and everyone is loving this, wouldn't it be cooler if instead of standing in front of like a big boulder that I had built, if I was standing like, I don't know, on the set of Seinfeld Or maybe in front of a green screen and Godzilla was attacking behind me. I mean, who knows, right? I just feel like having a movie studio lot opens up possibilities for content that would be really fun. So I think it'd be really fun to have that movie studio, and then we could build like an old west town, and we could build, I don't know, something futuristic or whatever. I mean, it opens up possibilities that we can't even imagine right now. So concrete is also going to be solved by the Piglin bartering hall, as long as we can get enough gold. Oh yeah, that's gold. Oh look, it even lines up for my person to be there. It's like I planned that. I did not, because I'm not that smart. My brain is very, very small. In fact, those two things on my face that look like black holes of eyes, they're not eyes. Those are my two brain cells. We are going to have to do the End City run first, right? And here we go. Where did the rest of the wall go? I am extremely confused. Oh, geesh. Okay. There it is. Okay. And here is my path. Can't remember how far it is, but I don't think we have to walk the whole way. I think you get the idea. But it is good to have this because when you're flying in the void, it's super easy to just fly straight down into the void and not realize it's what you're doing. Even if you have wings, it's pretty good to be thoughtful about it. So here's a little tip. When you get done raiding one of these ships, just tear the mast down, and then when you find it again later, you'll know it's not worth the trouble. I wish you could hold a looting 3 sword in your hand while you're doing this. Okay, so I'm back from my trip. I gotta drop off some stuff here. We'll give that guy a spear. Whoa, sticks out a long way though. Eek. There we go. Inches. There we go. That works. I think I need to turn this into an island somehow. It needs to be obvious that that's an island. I might just leave the clouds off. In real life, this lighthouse is out in the water anyway. So I kind of like the idea of cutting this stuff out. Then cutting this all out. Like from right here all the way over. One thing that was kind of cool, when I was looking up pictures of the real chateau, it has a lighthouse. It doesn't look like that one, but it has a lighthouse. So that's kind of fun. But I think we're still going to turn this one into a little island too. I think I'll cut it off kind of like right about here. And then we'll cut all of this stuff out. And then we'll cut this down too so it's a sharper cliff. So that'll be, I think that'll look nicer. I think if this whole thing is like a sheer cliff, it's going to look good. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick little nap in between these two felons. And then when I wake up, we'll start our time lapse. Okay, as is embarrassingly common, I completely underestimated how much work was involved in what I was about to do. And tearing down that mountain is giving me so many materials, I don't know what to do with them all. So I went and I collected those shulkers, and I do have some more shulkers left, but I'm going to need way more. And so I asked Asayo if she would kill the dragon with me, and she's just getting ready, and we're going to do it. But Asayo needs a new bow, so let's see if we can go figure that out for her. I won! I forgot that you actually win the game when you do this. Okay, I don't know if you guys have Goodwill. I'm not sure like if Goodwill is like something that's everywhere, but that looks like the Goodwill logo if you have a Goodwill. It turns out if you already have an Elytra, beating the dragon takes 14 seconds. So I'm not sure why I was so worried about it. Okay, so since that dragon fight was so simple, it kind of feels like that's not a fair ending. I thought that was going to be an amazing, epic conclusion to this video, and it was going to just really be awesome. And then it ended up being so easy that I probably will just go kill the dragon a few more times. But in the meantime, I think at least to give a nice little closer to this video, I'm going to finish the channel that's going to turn the peninsula where the chateau is into an island. So at least we'll have a little bit of a nice conclusion to that. Although I'll still have a lot more digging to do in the next episode. All right, let's do it. Okay, it took me forever, as they say, but I cut this channel. Now, obviously, there's still plenty to be done. Oops. Let's try that again and be a little less embarrassing about it. Okay, take one, very first take. So here we have it. We've cut through the channel. I think it looks pretty good. There's still some areas of okay. Take one. First try. Here we go. First try. All right, so here's the channel. We cut it down. We're just below sea level, so that's good. Oh, nailed it. I think the channel looks pretty good. I think it's about the right width in most areas. But as you could tell from my one-time fly-through that I only recorded one time, it gets narrow right here. But that was on purpose because I think I'm going to have to cut this back a little bit to make that look more like a sheer cliff like I want it. And so that's going to kind of give me a better idea of how far back I need to cut this one. All right, thanks for watching this video. This is Future Editing Tobin. I was just working on editing everything down, and it took quite a long time because I did a lot of filming for this video, a lot of it in time lapse. And unfortunately, even though I think it's a cool idea, and I do love time lapses in other videos, I made a couple mistakes. I just wanted to give you a quick little apology for that. I didn't realize the render distance wasn't very far on my PlayStation, and so I just disappeared. It just looks like blocks are just disappearing out of nowhere. And if you thought maybe that was some sort of weird mysticism of the keeper, it wasn't. It was just a limitation of my hardware, and I didn't realize that. So I'll do better next time. Also, next time, I'll start at the top and work my way down instead of going around in weird circles. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on. So I apologize for that too. But I still think it's fun, and I still think it's cool. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'm just going to ask you a little favor. Please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I thought this time maybe I would offer a little reward. So, all of you who have a little smidge of OCD like I do probably noticed that the creeper blew up one of the buttons, and so it's uneven. There's a button there, but there's not a button there. Ugh, that is horrible. So, if you like and subscribe, I'll fix it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.